Good morning. There we go. It's touch.
Good morning.
I'd like to call the Transportation Committee meeting for Tuesday, May 16th to order. And who's officially here?
Berman,
Here.
Present.
Caius,
On his way.
Leonard,
Leonard here.
Roth,
Roth here.
Ford, Doherty,
Dory here.
Davis,
Davis here.
Tepe.
Deputy here.
You have a quorum?
All right. Thank you. Seek a motion to approve the minutes of April 18th. A motion and a second, to be clear.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Iqbal,
Dory second.
Leonard.
second by Mr. Leonard. Thank you. Any questions, comments on the minutes?
Berman.
Yeah.
Iqbal,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doherty,
Dory, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes. Public comments. Don't have anybody signed up. Is this, this is your moment, Lorraine? Please.
Good morning. My name is Lorraine Chedister, and I am the wife of Steve Chedister, who was killed by a pickup truck while driving or while filling potholes along Harder Road in Blackberry Township on May 19th, 2016 at 10:41 a.m. I would like to say that life has not been easy the last couple days, as the 7-year anniversary of Steve's death is upon me this Friday. The hardest part for me is coming to work every day and reliving it. Don't get me wrong, I love my job and I'm good at it. But the constant reminder of hearing your husband was killed at work today runs deep in my brain on repeat. While I have noticed on the roads of Kane County where the workers are working have better protection from cars, I truly appreciate it. Still, driving through road construction gives me great PTSD that will never go away. Therefore, on May 19th, I ask that you pause what you're doing at 10:41 for a moment of silence to honor Steve and wear the orange color items to show your support for all roadside workers. Remember, driving is a privilege and your responsibility to pay attention while driving is critical to the roadside workers to make it home safe to their families each night. Thank you for your time and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Lorraine, and God bless. Kathy? Sorry, you get to follow that, but, finance.
I don't think this remote is working yet. Anyway, the finance reports are in your packet for your review. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I will also mention that next Tuesday at the Committee of the Whole meeting, we are scheduled to take a presentation to go over the financing options to handle the deposit of the $17.5 million grant from the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. And then the following day, we will take the recommended option to the Finance Committee for approval.
Thank you for that reminder. All right, moving on, Bill, talk to us about maintenance.
Morning. You have in your packet, our maintenance memo. Rough cut mowing will start towards the end of this month. So it kind of explains how we go about that in that memo. Is it working now, Kate? That's all I got on the memo. Any questions?
All right,
We
you gonna talk to us about Adopt a Highway and our new applicant, one renewal, two new?
Yes, we have two 2 renewals and 1 new applicant for our Adopt a Highway program for your approval.
All right. In that case, we'll ask for a motion on that.
Leonard moves.
Roth will second.
Roth, second. We'll get you on one in just a minute.
God bless you.
Any questions, comments on Adopt a Highway applicants?
Thank you.
Nope. Let her rip.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Nice, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes. All right, thank you. Moving on to planning and programming, Jackie.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. In your packet is the monthly planning and programming report. Your Kane Kendall Council of Mayors newsletter has articles regarding the Fox Valley Bike Share, funding opportunities, and CMAP news. This Friday is the last day to provide comments on our bicycle and pedestrian plan update. We have received numerous comments already, some suggestions for closures of some gaps that may not have been identified so far. So our plan is to finish up that public comment period, add any new connections that we wanted to add, do some modeling, and then we'll be able to bring that to you for your approval. So we're pretty excited about that. And you have your Ride and Cane program statistics there. We have 47 riders registered as Kane County as a sponsor. We are happy to announce on June 1st, we are starting to take our veterans riders, and we have a new sponsor. Pingree Grove is now a sponsor of the program, and they will be registering riders, and they can start riding as of June 1st as well. Your impact fee program report is in your packet as usual, but I also wanted to mention, we had a discussion at our last meeting regarding a developer that had not paid impact fees, and they have agreed to pay those that we discussed last time. So that was good news from that. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Next up, Pat, you can help me on this on what, I think it's just consensus, but we'll vote to approve this impact fee discount memorandum of understanding between us and General Mills.
Yeah, I can review that with you. General Mills has applied for a discount on their development that's coming in. They actually received a 40% discount on their impact fees. And we have agreed to bring anything that is over 20% discount to you for your review. In your packet are all the details behind what the different parameters were that they qualified for the discount. Be happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, we request approval to allow Carl to sign this agreement.
Yes, Mr. Caius.
Is Caius? Yeah, this is like the trifecta of discounts,
Yeah.
right, for this. And I know this is a program that we modified a year or two ago so that we would encourage the kind of business that I believe that this business General Mills is going to be providing and moving into our county for. There's some interesting maps about where's the trail that one of the 10% discount is within a half a mile of a trail.
Mhm.
Is it the trail down the road there at?
Yeah, the Illinois Prairie Path is just south of the building where it's going to be built. It comes from Kirk Road through to, I gotta remember how it comes through there. It crosses and it goes south of the buildings, and then it kind of winds back up to Geneva. So
There weren't
like-
any, was it on any of the maps that you provided in the agenda? I was looking at.
It was probably in, let me look in the packet here.
I tried to find
You
it
can
on
see it, yeah,
the bike path map, but it's a little, that one's a little gross as far as, the
yeah.
specifics on it. But
Yeah, it's not shown exactly, but it is there. We did verify that the
Okay,
path is
yeah,
within that
yeah.
distance. Mhm.
trust but verify.
It didn't disappear.
And over 101 jobs and
Mhm.
close to a railhead and all of that, really good stuff.
Yeah, we're excited that the changes that we made to the ordinance they are able to take advantage of those.
Right. Well, I'd like to have their money, but if it's going to help,
Yes.
if that's the kind of business we get in here where we're keeping the impact as low as we can and getting good business, lots of jobs
Yeah.
and look like high paying jobs,
Mhm.
good quality jobs. So thank you. That's just a comment on that one. So,
Well, it kind of makes it look like we knew what we were doing by setting it up this way to encourage.
Yeah, I wish I'd had that kind of foresight myself, but thank you for whatever you guys did. That was great. Staff did a great job of, and including, especially Tom Rickard, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Wherever he, oh, he's running stuff behind it.
And Carl, don't forget Carl.
Oh, him?
All right, so, since I have the blessing from Pat, we'll go ahead and we're gonna vote just to make it official, since we have this policy of bringing anything more than 20% here. We're gonna show the world that we listen to it and we approve it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
should we do a consensus maybe on that?
That, we could call it a consensus.
Yeah.
But I just figured. We could. What do you think? Call them out by name, raise hands?
I move that we have a vote.
You could approve it or. Let's vote.
Just call it out once. We're gonna call it consensus, but just ask them.
Okay, got it. Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Consensus was made.
Consensus. There you go.
Mr. Chairman, if I
Yes.
could have a second, a moment. I always like to make this statement. This is one of those things that, you know, that's very great for the county. And as we continue to talk about our economic development initiative, these are the type of things that we need to include in that packet because there's a lot that we do towards that we need to give ourselves credit for. And thanks to staff for having that understanding what needs to be done. This is a small amount of money compared to what's going to happen as soon as they open up the doors. So
One might call it a return on the investment kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. No, you're right. If we don't brag about us, you know, pretty good chance nobody else is gonna, so.
Not in this business.
All right. So, I don't know, press release or, you know, tell the world.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, moving on. Next one, we actually do have a resolution, intergovernmental agreement with CMAP, Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, for transportation planning activities. You want to elaborate on that, or just Jackie, you're still up?
Bill me,
Sure,
yeah,
okay,
I've got
sorry, I didn't mean to
several today.
Take it away from you.
This is our annual agreement with CMAP to provide planning liaison services. The details are in your packet. 4 different staff at KDOT are able to participate on this agreement and have part of our hours reimbursed and other activities related to the planning liaison program. Fortunately, we received federal unified work program funds in the amount of $185,000. And we have a small local match of $46,000. And we request approval of this agreement.
I think I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All right.
You already moved it
Oh, did?
Yeah.
Did you move it?
early. but
I can let you have it.
I'll second.
I was
Ford
gonna say-
moves, Davis seconds.
Sometimes that's the only way to get.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Yes.
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Consensus.
All right. Yeah. I'm back with it now. We're sticking with you, Jackie.
You're still with me.
Back
I
to the- back to the-
continue to bring good news to us. Included in your packet today is a resolution authorizing a grant agreement between the state of Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity and Kane County. This is a different funding source for us from DCEO. Thanks to Representative Ugosti, we received $400,000 for our Randall at Big Timber intersection improvement project. The agreement is in your packet and we request approval to have Madam Chair sign this agreement for $400,000.
I believe that was moved by Mr. Ford. Second. And second by Mo. Thank you.
Iqbal's district.
Any questions, comments about that one? Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. The same statement I made before. And I think everything that's happening today that's along with this should go in our reports that goes out, everything, all our media and everything.
Little highlight sheet.
Yeah,
you know.
it needs to get out there.
Mr. Tepe has a question. Mr. Chair,
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
what improvement is going to be done at Big Timber?
It's a larger project. I don't have all the details on the top of my head. We did select a part of the project. This $400,000 will be for some sidewalk work that is included in part of the larger project. I can't recall if there's going to be more through lanes on there, turn lanes, things like that. It's a
And-
larger project.
If you're going south from the expressway, it narrows there, so
Mhm.
part of it is going to be making all of that 6 lanes.
That's right. The improvement of the intersection will include the 3 through lanes in each direction.
Okay, thank you.
And sidewalk for Vern to walk on.
Definitely. Sidewalk.
But he
yes,
needs to.
Sure.
Thank
All
you.
right. Any other questions, comments? Oh,
I'll just put
okay.
in my, for the sidewalks, I think that's great because you're not too far away from the hospital there. If you're at the hospital and you want to walk around, there's a lot of businesses that like want to visit across Randall and it's tough. So definitely as part of our improvement on bicycle and pedestrian traffic or accessibility, I think this is a big step and I applaud it.
Yeah, I believe
No
it's going to
pun
connect.
intended on that
Yeah,
stuff.
big step.
Yeah.
And it's good to have it paid for too.
Yeah, I believe it will extend all the way to the Big Timber metro station as well. That was
Oh,
part of the plans
Even
originally.
better. So train
There you go.
access,
Oh,
yeah, rail access. It's perfect.
sidewalks matter.
When you're walking.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Well, yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavest.
Yes. I turned the page, but I'm sticking with you.
You're gonna stick with me and we save the best for last.
Guys moves.
This
Fair enough.
is similar to the agreement you just approved. It is with the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. However, we don't have the agreement yet. I wanted to bring this forward to show you that we have the funding. It's in the process of getting that agreement prepared by them, but we wanted to make sure that we could sign it immediately upon receipt. There's also, if we could get it done before the end of the state fiscal year on June 30th, that would be helpful as well. So we're anticipating the agreement should be coming hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And once that does, when it makes it all the way through county board, then Madam Chair will be able to sign it for the 17.5 million for Long Meadow Parkway. So request approval.
Guys double moves.
I absolutely recognize the motion from Mr. Caius on this one and
Doherty, second.
Ford seconds. All right. Anybody questions, comments on being ready to accept $17.5 million?
Just a point of notice here that I think this is the first Long Meadow project resolution that Mr. Caius has a motion to move. So I appreciate the intent there.
It might be.
First one I moved?
Yes.
No, I moved another one, but we didn't rename it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Full of their failure.
Actually happy about.
Yeah, positive, bud.
Okay.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavest.
Yes. Probably put this one on, right on that same list, Ron. Tell
It
them,
is,
You know,
at all.
yeah.
I don't know where our PR person is.
I wish we were sticking with you, Jackie, because you've had a lot of good news there, but
I try. to
it's
bring you
over,
good
I
news.
guess, for now. All right, permitting.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Today I'm covering for Kurt Nika on the permitting report. Your information and the report is in your packet. If you have any questions, we can answer those now. Otherwise,
Bring us any money, grants, federal dollars?
no money, no grants, but we are very busy. There's several permits that are into construction, right-of-way alterations, major access modifications, more into design review, very busy.
All right, that was a little better. I was gonna say, otherwise I was gonna tell you to see Jackie after class and she'll give you pointers on how to
She
present
can
here.
find more to help us share with the group. But there's definitely a lot going on, and any questions, let us know.
What if we have a question about traffic operations? What about that?
Bring them on.
Bring them on.
For traffic operations, the report is in your packet. The first two items on the report are more or less standing items, but there are two new items that I'd like to highlight for this discussion. Item number 3 was a traffic signal removal on Fabian Parkway at Settlers Hill that had happened this past Friday. So now those signals have been taken down and Fabian Parkway traffic is now operating free flow, no stops, with Settlers Hill traffic now having a stop sign.
Golfers, remember what your parents told you when you were little, look both ways before you go in and out of there, because I looked at you, Bill, because you should be able to give us a report on how the course is looking over there soon, right?
So.
Oh,
So
all right.
continuing on, we do also have some pedestrian improvements that we've accomplished as part of our maintenance, electrical maintenance contract. So there's 2 pedestrian crossings on Bowes Road, Bowes at Del Webb and Bowes and Annandale, where there are some traffic control devices that enhance the crossing. So they're button activated crosswalks or rapid flashing beacons. So what those look like, we had attached a kind of report as part of the packet as to an FHWA kind of an information page or 2 that describes what they are. They help to inform traffic that's approaching the crossing. When pedestrians or bicyclists hit a button, it helps to add conspicuity or allows the motorists to kind of have a popping effect like, hey, I'm trying to cross, trying to encourage proper behavior for yielding. And reports demonstrate that they are quite effective at increasing a yielding rate for motorists. That concludes the packet. Any questions?
Is there any audible signal that goes with that too? Is there sound or just light?
For the ones that we're putting in, they do have what they call an APS, on accessible pedestrian system. It's basically a talking push button. So when you hit the button, they'll actually say the warning lights are flashing. So it helps to provide that positive verbal message that the lights are in fact flashing. And when you're sitting there next to that button, there's actually a side facing confirmation light that lets the pedestrian know that the lights are flashing. So not just towards traffic, but when you're sitting there trying to cross, you get a confirmation that those lights are flashing. They are not yet operational. There was a discussion
Oh, is
when
that-
they were installed. There was a maintenance issue with how they were wired. They are going to be repaired. We are waiting on the supply chain for those to come back.
All right. Should I call on you still, Vern, or was that it? Was it-
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
First off, I think these are great. The locations are very well thought out. Okay, both locations. And I just want to point out that I believe they're also solar powered. So,
Yeah, I was gonna bring
no,
They are in fact solar powered, so that it really reduces the cost. Facilities like this one, if we were to connect to ComEd, probably be paying 20 to 30 bucks a month perpetually. These battery powered solar features don't cost us anything for the energy, just the upfront cost. So it's a good point.
All right.
That's all I've got.
That's the same as grant money, by the way.
I like the way you brought that in at the end. That was, good. Positive in the finance part of it. So well done. All right. Project implementation, Jennifer.
Good morning. I'm scrolling back through our exhibits because we did miss some photos that I think are very important to highlight this morning. Last month, one of our traffic impact attenuators, is that the name of that piece of equipment? Traffic attenuator? Was hit by a vehicle while our maintenance staff was on the road doing maintenance work. I think it's important to highlight here as we head into construction season, everyone to be mindful on the roads. We've got workers out there. And with Lorraine's message today, it's important to look out for the safety of our workers on the roads at all times.
I'd like to add a
Please.
little to that. The job of these TMAs are to prevent accidents. They're flashy, they're bright. But when they do happen, the next important thing is to reduce the impact. So these are cartridges that are designed to collapse. So In this instance, there was no injuries and all vehicles actually were able to leave the scene on their own, so. So they work well, but that's $15,000 on their insurance to replace that cartridge. But if it would have been an impact to the truck, it would have been much more serious than that, so.
It's got a crumple zone built into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was most likely a result of what we're kind of noticing, I call it aggressive driving. This wasn't really distracted driving according to the driver's report. They thought that they could merge to the left in front of the vehicle, so instead of slowing down and pulling in behind, so didn't make it.
Okay.
Question. Roth here. I have a question. Do we know how fast the vehicle was going? Because that's the damage.
I'm not aware of what, if
Okay.
they have that in the report or not, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Bill.
Thank you. Just curious, where was this accident located?
This was on Randall Road, northbound, outside lane, and it was south of Huntley.
So be careful out there. We have a series of resolutions, all township. So B through E. And before you tell us about each one, I'll go ahead and ask for, I'm gonna ask for a motion in a second for those as a group. That worship.
Leonard.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Iqbal moves, Mr. Leonard seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you for taking resolutions B through E all together as they are approving construction contracts to resurface pavement for 4 of Kane County's township road districts. Staff recommends approval of all 4 contracts with the lowest qualified bidders for each of the township highway districts, including Hampshire, Virgil, Caneville, and Rutland.
Anybody have questions on township projects? No? Let's go ahead.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
They all pass.
You like that, Mike? Save probably 4 or 5 minutes right there. He's excited. He's excited. All right. Next one is contract for construction with AC Pavement Striping Company of Elgin. Urethane pavement marking project.
Last month, 2 bids were opened at KDOT for the 2023 Kane County Urethane Pavement Marking Program, which will place urethane paint to high-volume roads throughout the county to increase driver safety. The lowest bid was for $356,656 and change with AC Pavement Striping Company. Staff recommends approval.
Mr. Iqbal moves.
Doherty, second.
Oh, Mr. Doherty. All right, let's get Mr. Doherty second that one. Any questions on urethane pavement marking?
Just one question. How many miles will that cover? If you don't have it, don't worry about it.
I don't
Just-
have it.
I just thought it.
Yeah,
A lot.
a lot.
Miles.
Is that lane miles or is it stripe miles or?
Miles.
Very exacting answer.
Many, we'll go with many miles. How about that? All right. Paul.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Paul, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Next. Deconstruction Inc. Coal City for the Countryside Avenue widening project. Kind of stole your thunder by reading it like that, but
No problem. Last month, 1 bid was opened at KDOT for the widening and resurfacing of Countryside Avenue at Orchard Road to increase safety and improve access to the adjacent subdivision. Staff recommends approval for a contract with Deconstruction, the lowest qualified bidder at $366,529 and change.
only a little bit more than urethane mark. All right, need a motion in a second.
Roth, one motion.
Roth moves. Iqbal second. Mr. Iqbal seconds. Questions, comments? Answer her.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Well, yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Passes.
All right. Last one is approving an agreement for on-call phase 3 engineering services. This is the current world that we live in, and a need to be able to respond without delaying projects. So we have to make sure that we've got services available to us if and when we need them.
Due to the sudden resignation of a staff member within our construction department, KDOT finds itself heading into the 2023 construction season with 2 staff vacancies. KDOT's ongoing inability to attract, hire, and retain professional staff during this time with rising salaries in the private sector puts KDOT in need of hiring on-call phase 3 engineering services to safely execute the following construction projects that we have already let for this season: Countryside Avenue widening improvement and the Montgomery Road at Virgil Gilman Trail improvement. We're seeking approval of an emergency purchase and emergency affidavit as allowed by the Kane County Procurement Ordinance to streamline our qualifications-based professional services selection process, to select a firm to provide on-call phase 3 engineering services for an amount not to exceed $150,000. Staff recommends approval.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Iqbal, seconded by Mr. Leonard. Yes, Bill.
Just one question. I was wondering, the 150,000, will that take care of the full season, do you think, or?
Definitely. We have a breakdown here. It will not only include the season, but it will include beyond the season because the Virgil Gilman Trail project will require IDOT documentation, which bleeds into at least 1 year post-project. But this amount should include all construction services, all documentation services through the end of each project.
Oh, great. As a comparison, to hire those 2 people, what would the salary and benefits be for those 2 people?
That's a good question.
More than 150?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our current KDOT salaries are online, and a lot of our phase 3 staff are making less money than that.
All right. Any other questions? Oh, Mr.
Well,
Cash.
just to point that out, this would be just a shorter period of time, so it's hard to do apples to apples. As far as salary is concerned, you'd have to do some formulaic calculations, I think, to get that.
Oh, yeah. Jackie just pointed out to me online that we're advertising for those 2 vacancies at a rate of $60,000 to $70,000 per year.
Plus benefits.
So we get a whole
Plus
year out of
benefits.
them.
Yeah.
For that same, and this, if I could continue just a little bit more,
Go
just a question. The duties of this is more like project management, phase 3 engineering, is they're on site. They're actually out there in the mud and to make sure that the right wires go to the right place so they don't have to rewire them, that kind of thing.
Definitely, yeah, to make sure the engineering contract is executed as designed and ensure quality and also ensure proper traffic control leading to, safety on our roadways, which is of utmost importance to us.
Yeah, valuable, important
Yeah.
positions.
So 60 to 70,000 as a starting salary plus benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Not a bad investment. Anybody else?
Something I would like to
Yes.
highlight is we're asking for $150,000 for those 2 projects. The staff member who did resign was carrying more than just those 2 projects. The rest of his responsibilities have been dispersed among the remaining staff.
The search for replacements continues, but
Mhm.
we need to be
Does.
ready in
It's
the
tough.
meantime. So, yeah. All right. Anyone else? No? Go ahead.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Well, yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Passes.
All right. Motion to replace, or not replace, to place the reports on file.
Leonard.
I'll make the
moves.
motion.
Iqbal second. Mr. Roth moves. Mr. Iqbal seconds. Yeah, go ahead. Jump in.
Just. Are we voting on it or what?
We're just putting reports on file,
I think Steve-
Do we have to,
but Steve hid.
oh,
Before we adjourn, I just wanted to mention something. I did not want to jump in on that vote.
Oh, we'll get the reports on file and I will come back to you.
and I have a comment as well after that.
Both of you. All right.
Berman? Yes.
Iqbal,
Well, yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Story, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
On file.
No need for an executive session. So under new business, let me seek any comments from. staff
Sure.
and colleagues.
Mike Zakozik would like me to mention that we last night held a virtual public meeting for our Randall at I-90 interchange project. And tonight we are hosting an in-person meeting from 6 to 8 PM at the Rakow Center in Carpentersville for all of those who would like to attend. We did record last night's meeting and it will be made available on our project website. Randall over 90, I believe it's called. Yes. So thank you.
Okay, yes, good reminder.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Interestingly enough, that's what I was gonna say. I apologize for being late. I was and so I missed the first part of the meeting. I was listening online, but I was at the mayor's breakfast for the Northern Kane County Chamber of Commerce this morning, and I took some printed front pages with the Randall over 90 to try and get I had to leave before I could actually make an announcement, but some villages are acutely aware of it. Carpentersville was going to be sending somebody over right after they're hoping to hold a short meeting so they can run over then because this is an open house. I can drop by anytime, right? So, and it was a good meeting last night. We probably should have, I don't know how many people were on it, 50 or 44?
Yeah.
44, should have been 4,000 probably, because I'm guessing that's how many people get stuck in traffic every day there. I don't know. So hopefully, yeah, it'd be nice.
Keep getting the word out.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we get that out, especially on a project as important as this one and as long range as it is.
Right. Great.
Program last night though, too, despite the one echo thing, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Just
Mr. Chair,
technical.
Deputy here, I wanted to really compliment everybody associated with the call last night. I thought it was handled very well, very professionally presented. Thought you handled all of the questions extremely well. So that job well done. Thank you.
Nice work. Thank you, Vern. Phil,
Mr. Chairman, you may want to mention the Dowerman Road.
I was gonna do,
Okay,
yep,
great.
but I could let you do it.
No, you go right on.
Today at 12:30, we'll have the groundbreaking ceremony for the Doberman Road extension. It's gonna go to Granite. And you're all welcome to come out and, participate in just applauding this effort. That's highly anticipated. Long awaited? Can we say long awaited? Yeah, long awaited, highly anticipated.
This is at 12:30, so there's a brunch or something involved in, right?
I think
Lunch
Farmer
30 is
Kenyon
money.
is supposed to be bringing,
Stuart.
Cookies.
With cookies? Oh,
Take-
great.
it is
My-
Tuesday and I.
My cholesterol and my sugar.
Socks on, so, yeah. All right, so Kenyon's bringing tacos for everybody.
All right.
What Tuesday, Mike?
Milk and cheese. I think Michael's a dairy farmer.
Bring the cow, get
All
your
right.
milk.
Else with any new business items that we've forgotten to mention? All right, in that case, a motion to adjourn
Roth seconds.
by Dale, second by Bill. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We are adjourned.